Alright guys, hello and welcome back to the next episode of our F1 Manager 24 Creative Team Career Mode with High-Tech GP, coming off of a pretty decent previous episode. So we got P3, P4, and wait, no, that was wrong. I looked at the same race. P19 for Logan Sargent, P12 for Vesti and Monza, and then Zandvoort was the P4, P5. So points on the manual race, no points on the automated race. And I believe what we chose to do is we're gonna manually do Baku and then simulate Singapore, because I believe we manually did both of them in the first season, but we'll have to wait and see. I would go into the inbox section, but we still have that spoiler from last episode to the contracts for next season, because the regulation that we wanted to go over was basically a change to the money. So I believe it's more money to the higher teams, slightly less money to the lower teams for that regulation, and that's pretty much it. So we're looking to a good race weekend here, although I am a little worried about my ERS and gearbox, because we're gonna have to spend another 2.5 million on another ERS after the race. So we'll do that before we simulate the second race, because we're only sitting at 2 million right now, and our facilities are doing okay, but they could be doing better. Everything else is, weather center is not doing great either, but yeah, so far we are doing pretty good. We're underdog. A little bit of, here we go, we can go into it. Financial season price share. Nope, this is the current season, but it will change for next season, I believe. I really thought that was going to be able to show that regulation change, but yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into practice, and then we'll see you guys shortly for qualifying here in Azerbaijan.
Welcome to qualifying. Let's find out if all that practice will pay off for the drivers.
Drivers will have to be at the top of their game here in Baku, as mistakes can prove costly on a street circuit like this. But having tackled the twisting turns, the long main straight awaits, providing a fantastic opportunity for the slipstream.
Now, Karun, you and I were actually just talking about that man there, Max Verstappen. How do you think he'll be feeling today?
Looking at the lap times, we saw a real lack of pace from them in practice. They never looked quite comfortable with the setup, and they'll need to try something new for qualifying if they want to get past Q1.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
Alright, so here we are in the prep for qualifying here in Azerbaijan, and it looks like there's going to be some rain. We didn't do the information as I expected. We were skipping around a little bit. Practice 1, you're just focusing on the setup, P15, P19 on the hards. Practice 2, Vesti and Sargent on the mediums, P2 and P5, and then practice 3, P1, P2. Vesti, we put that extra part in for Vesti, so he's going to end up taking a grid penalty after the results of qualifying. And our setups are actually really good. We actually hit 100% well, like early in the Q3, or early in the practice 3. But we're gonna go ahead and get this set up. Some intermediate weather qualifying. Alright, let's get to it.
And green light.
Let's take a look and see how the weather is going to act up for us today. It's going to die down, but there still will be some rain towards the end, as we have Russell, Leclerc. We'll go ahead and send Vesti out. Nice, great shot there. I might use it as thumbnail, we'll see. And then we'll go ahead and send Sargent out as well.
Ready to check? Ready to check?
And I am starting to think of what I want to do for a livery for next season. I'll probably just go through and see what I can do for custom livery.
Yes, mate, ready.
Instead of doing, well, I thought about asking someone to do a custom one, but we'll have to wait and see. So
Let's concentrate on that
let's
warm-up.
see you guys here at the end of this first run. All right, here we go. Vesti coming around the first, or the last few corners. We have, I believe that's Russell ahead, coming across the line first. Yellow flag. I hope it's not one of our drivers. Who is it? Sector 2, yellow flag. I think it's the Red Bull.
Now it looks to be Lewis Hamilton involved.
Oh, it's
in that.
Hamilton.
Hamilton went off there. Watch for debris.
Hamilton, I think, smashed into the wall there. Vesti, 6/10 off the pace from Leclerc.
Take it easy in your
And
lap.
Sargent coming across the line 1.2. So, our guys setting up decent times.
Okay, mate, so P3.
I really should have looked and seen what happened to Hamilton there. I don't know if he has damage or not. He is going pretty slow. Does he have an end plate missing? He's coming back into the garage. Well, I don't know. We missed out on that. Alright, we'll see you guys for the final run of Q1.
There's a car off Q1.
And I think that, yeah, that was Sargent.
Yeah.
Now this is Logan Sargent.
That's not turn 1, that's turn 3.
The car makes contact. And how will this affect their chances heading
Yeah, that's
towards
turn
the
3.
Grand Prix, I wonder?
Alright, Sargent. Damage to the front wing. But Vesti is still on the hot lap. They're in safe time frame. Let's see where Vesti improves 2 purple sectors from the light rain. That's going to be a provisional. See where he's at. 151.7 with the rain improving. Sargent coming into the pits. And that's Q1, so we'll see you guys for the next run in Q2. Alright, so before we get out to our first run of Q2, we had to put some... Oh, he's disqualified. I think that's because of the, I replaced the chassis and then I replaced the engine parts. So he's gonna have to, I believe it's a pit lane start for him. But we still can go out with Vesti. Let's check the weather here. The rain will pick up a little bit, so we're gonna go ahead and get out now with the soft tires. I didn't realize that they wouldn't let us go through qualifying, but I believe that means we get our first pit lane stop, or pit lane start in the series with Logan Sargent, which I'm hoping for actually. I haven't recorded for a while.
Yeah, copy.
A little choppy there. So let's get to the end of this run for Vesti, knowing that he's going to be having a grid penalty as well, so we're not going to be off to a great start at the beginning of the race. Alright, coming around these final few corners before the long stretch of straight for this car. Hopefully he has enough battery. A yellow flag, red flag, where is it at?
Okay, red flag, red flag.
It's going to be the castle section. Yeah, it's going to be the castle section. Yeah, smashing into the wall right in the racing line.
And for the crew watching on in the garage, that really must have been a hard one to take.
Alright. So we get to be in the rain this time. No soft tire runs. I believe the 2 front runners, Max and 1 other person, were able to Can I look at other? I can't look at. And I know it's raining though. Like they say he's disqualified, like I can actually run him. 142 from Norris, and then a 1.4 seconds off the pace from Gasly. And those were set on soft tires. Is it raining? No. Everybody else is on soft tires. Let's go ahead and switch over. Is he going? Yeah, Perez and O'Connor going out on soft tires. We may have enough time for 2 rounds, so let's get out there. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, no issues from Vesti this time. Russell out, Sargent out. Russell's going to be starting at least P15. We still haven't gotten a pace, or gotten a time yet. We're about to cross the line. Ocon up in P4, Perez P3, Gasly P2, Hulkenberg P5, Leclerc up into P3. And we're going to be up into P3, 1 second off the pace from Norris, I believe. No, that's interval. 2.4 off the pace from Norris. And we may have enough time for one more run here in Q2, a very eventful Q2 for several drivers. So let's get to it. Alright, yet again, here at the end of qualifying, Vesti is the only one out on track to look for a personal improvement. 2 yellow sectors, which is an improvement, I believe. It could be. No, I don't. No, green. Green sector is personal best. See if he can get a personal best here to Sector 3. To see where we're looking at for the race here on this weekend. And that is no improvement on to Q3. Ocon, Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, Hauger, Russell, and Sargent out of Q2. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, yet another qualifying session with some rain incoming. Get him out as early as possible, away from that rain. And we want to get him as close as possible to the front of the grid for that 10th place grid penalty, which I believe it is. And we're going to have the Haas behind us getting a tow of Albon. Alright, let's go ahead and transition over to the end of the lap. Alright, the rain has yet to come down, but the weather is definitely overcast. There may be a little bit of rain on the tracks somewhere else. Just hope it's a full sprint. Purple sector 2 so far, leading the rest of the drivers. And there it goes away. Somebody else got a purple sector 2. Coming down the start-finish straight here, ahead of the Haas. See what time he can get. See if it's comfortable enough to stay where we're at. As the rain starts coming down in Sector 1, 143.1, Albon 2/10 behind.
Okay, copy that.
We're gonna go ahead and sit through here. See what other times come up. Norris 6/10 ahead. Claire 2/10 ahead. Vesti P4. Oh boy. Yeah, it's not gonna be a good start for us. Looks like. Vesti sitting in P6. I don't think the weather is going to get better. And they're not gonna improve times on intermediate tires either. Track conditions changed to damp. Yeah, the weather keeps going up. DRS disabled. And that's going to be it for us for qualifying, I believe. Let's get to this race. Alright. Frederick Vesti, P6. With a grid penalty probably going to starting where Logan ended up getting booted out of qualifying. But we definitely have some work ahead of us. Let's get to it.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race.
Baku has been the scene for some major on-track battles, like Vettel and Hamilton fighting for the lead back in 2017. Will we see more drama this year, I wonder?
Baku City Circuits challenges drivers like few other tracks. The tight section through the old city demands precision. The main straight, pure aggressive acceleration. And every corner is a challenge for tyres. It's race day, and final preparations are underway. Welcome back, everyone. The final preparations are now being made as we head into the race. If Pierre Gasly's feeling the pressure, he's certainly not showing it.
They've done really well to secure a P7 start. Some solid points could be on the cards today.
This should certainly be a good one, folks. Here we go with the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
All right, one of our drivers starting in the pit lane, the other driver back in
And it's
P16.
lights out, and away we go.
Sargent there in P22 behind Russell. Bessie fighting for P15. Oh, 3 wide into turn 1. Okay. Russell and Sargent are able to take off. We're going to go conservative here for our strategies for this race. We got Vesting on a medium to soft, and then soft to medium for Sargent. In a one stop in expectation for the safety car. So we don't want to push quite yet, and we know that everybody else may push towards the end because we know the drivers have been conserving a lot more than they have previously. All right, let's go ahead and update these guys.
In your race now.
Purple sector 1 for Sargent. I don't know if that's accurate representation though. They have caught up to the pack. Bestie up into P12, challenging for Verstappen in the Mercedes. I haven't noticed any replays here on lap 1.
Well done, mate. Good job.
It's gonna be a dry race for today. There's an overtake on Russell there at the backfield. Through that corner, I believe turn 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. What turn is that?
I got this car.
5? Turn 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was right. Turn 7. Bestie up in a P11 against Verstappen. I missed that move. I wasn't looking at the screen
Okay, good job.
where he
20,
passed him.
11.
There's that
See
replay
what
we
happened
wanted.
there. Now we're watching the action
Okay, he
closely
was
here.
coming down the hill on the
It's
inside.
there
All
for
right.
the taking.
All right.
And the overtake is made.
Making some quick work here on those medium tires, actually. So. Medium tires are probably feeling better than those soft tires right now.
TRS enabled.
Piastri with the fastest lap, getting a toe
So
behind
20,
Norris.
11.
Ocon fighting Gasly, I believe, or is that Hauger and Ocon? Sargent up in the
Max coming out.
P19 already. Making a move on Hulkenberg. Oh, he's trying to chase down Magnussen in the Porsche. Piastri taking over the lead against Norris. Former teammates Gasly and Ocon fighting side by side. Almost a little bit of contact there. Bestie still sitting back in P11. We just gotta wait it out pretty much. And see who makes the first mistake. These other guys are doing pretty good. Better traction out of those corners on those medium tires. I wish they would show position changes here, but they haven't. Lap times aren't too bad. Sargent ran a lap 153.7 last lap. Okay. All right. Feeling pretty good about this. 'Cause we're already almost done with lap 2. We dropped 3 laps of fuel. 4 laps is pushing it. 3 laps, a little bit better. You can leave it on standard mostly. Vesti up in a P10 against Sonoda, the inside move there.
Good job.
Sargent up in a P18 as well. Against Magnussen, that was the move he was trying to look for earlier. Nice move on the inside for both of our drivers. That was before that hard left turn down the hill. Nice move. Vesti still trying to make a move here. Sargent close behind as well. Good push, Sargent.
All right, let's keep closing up. Great job.
Make a move on the inside there. Yeah, there you go. Nice move. On the inside for another position for Sargent.
Look after these tyres.
Copy.
I'll go ahead and go neutral on ERS.
Now we can see what happened. Now this was on the straight.
Yep, that was
The
a nice
gap
move. We were
opens up
on
for
board
them.
for that. We can go ahead and move on. And then we'll let our guys at it on their own and see what they can do. So we'll see you guys here in a few laps.
No problem. You keep behind.
All right, shortly after, we have an ERS issue. This was an old part. Reduced output, examine after session, overheating curbs condition. So overheating, all right. So you look for clean air. We'll leave the curbs.
Pull the car.
Deploy acceleration.
Down here.
Conserve fuel to reduce powertrain temperatures.
Joe's the car behind.
We can have him conserve fuel, I guess.
Okay, still more lift and coast needed, please.
That was a short trip to the next part of the race, and let's hope not to do it again. So, we'll see you guys in the next little bit of action.
Hamilton went off them. Possible small debris.
We're just not getting a break here in today's
Now, we're with
episode.
Lewis Hamilton here.
It's turn 2
And
into
makes
the wall.
contact with the wall. Well, they
Yellow
may have
flag.
been keen to leave their mark, but I think that was a little too literal.
That was a mistake
Don't
from
you?
Sargent in qualifying. I don't know if that's going to be enough for a safety car. I don't believe so. He's moving on the track. He's going to be back down to P2. Let's see how our not doing so great over there. And still no safety car yet or red flag. Let's move on and see where the next incident's gonna happen. Another yellow flag, and this time it's Sargent. Oh, that's a Vesti and Hauger pass. It's not what we wanted to see.
We've got a yellow flag here.
And by the sounds of Logan, he's involved. Yep. Daniel Ricciardo. And over the curb into the wall. Okay.
I got hit from behind.
That looked like your fault, sir.
And just like that, the hopes of the team start to dwindle.
Alright, Sargent with more damage. No, it doesn't look like it. No damage to any car parts. Just some scrubbing. A lot of action going on this weekend here in Baku. Let's go ahead and move on to the next part of the race. And we'll see you guys for the results for that. No penalties, what? Alright. Let's go ahead and continue on.
Well done. P15.
Alright, moving onwards to lap 15 and 51. We bumped up Sargent's tire compound to standard to see if we can get a break away from that fight between 16, 17, 18. he was going back and forth between Ricardo and Hulkenberg. So we're going to give him that extra little bit of push, try to get away from that. As Vessi, no issues, and he's been working his way up into the point.
On tires.
Tires are okay.
He seems like he's running good enough. We'll go ahead and drop him to conserve.
Reminder, a little bit of lift off where you can.
Hauger into the pits. See what he's going to be changing off of. He's going to be going from soft tires to... No, he's on new tires. He's on new softs. Where was that? Hauger, where are you at? He was on mediums. Now he's going to softs. Okay. An early stop for softs. So we must be going for a 2-stop. That was the window for a 2-stop. Pretty much. So let's go ahead and push on through and see what we can do here. Alright. Is that a yellow flag or is that a safety car?
But we don't know where.
Is that a yellow flag or is that a safety car? Because we got a lot of people coming into the pits. Oh, they're fighting. Softs, mediums, softs. A lot of people going for 2 stops. Looks like. I don't know if I want to do that or not. You know what, we're gonna stick with the 1 stop.
And here we've got a yellow
And
flag.
if we can, hope for a safety car. Hauger crashes onto a new set of soft tires too. Trying to get heat in the tires probably. Spins out. Minor damage into the wall. Yeah. Most drivers are going for the 2 stop. That means if we can hold on to this 1 stop,
Let's make sure we look after these.
we can definitely
Understood.
have both of our drivers finish in the
Okay,
points,
let's
because
keep
Sargent
this
is already up
closed
in the P11
Copy.
with 3.2 seconds of a gap ahead of Hulkenberg, who's currently fighting Perez. Vessi up in the P3, so that's a provisional podium, but he hasn't pit yet. So let's go ahead and see what our guys can do. Virtual safety car.
Okay, go for that.
What happened?
BSC. Follow the Delta.
I believe that's a free pit stop for us.
There's a yellow flag now.
Paul Aaron crashing in
Now
turn
this
1.
was at turn 1.
Outbroke himself.
There. That's the
Yep.
moment of impact.
Backhand
And the
came
car
out.
leaving a bit of paint on that barrier. But no matter the severity of the crash, it's always good to see
I don't think
the
that's going to be
driver
enough for
emerge
a
unharmed.
virtual safety car, though. Where are our guys at? Where are our guys? Yeah, that's not going to be enough for a virtual safety car.
Is, yes, is. And watch out for the debris on the marshals on track, please.
We'll go and conserve
Look
everything
after these tires.
under that virtual safety car.
We have to protect those tires.
Still 31%, so we'll go ahead and risk it, take out clean air. And we'll go ahead and fast forward to the end of the virtual safety car. Everybody is pitting under this. God damn it. I should have. Let's see. Norris, Piastri,
Our
Vesti,
next car will be Piastri.
Verstappen, Sonoda, Sargent. Paul Aaron out of the race.
So we have Leclerc a little while behind.
I muted myself by accident, thinking I was trying to fast forward. Ugh. So if Norris and Piastri come in, I'm coming in with Vesti. What are they on? Softs, they'll go be going to mediums. I don't know what I want to do yet for tires. they're coming in, I want Vesti to come in as well. Are they coming in?
Yeah, copy.
Is Piastri coming in? Nope,
DRS enabled.
they are not. Let's go ahead and do that. And continue on. They're not coming in
Let's
yet.
push, come on.
Sergeant tails the other two who haven't pit yet, so those two pit, he'll pit. Those two pit, he'll pit. Alright. Feeling okay so far. We'll go ahead and deploy Revesti. Try to close that gap down.
You've got everything. You've got everything. Press on hold available.
Alright, let's go ahead and fast forward and see what happens. Verstappen into the pits and no to staying out. What is this tire life looking like? Can we make it to the one stop? I feel like we can. Medium. Alright, let's go ahead and update our pace for Logan.
This is all I've got.
Come on. Yeah, we can pick up the pace of touch.
And he will pit in
Overtake available.
lap 26. And yeah, let's pick up the pace for both of our guys. I'm gonna try and close the gap. You know, let's do that. Yep, let's do that.
Okay, mate, let's keep this up, please. Keep going.
So go
So
aggressive.
P9.
Deploy, deploy. Alright, let's close these gaps. And we'll see you guys here in a second.
2 cars out.
And shortly after, another yellow flag, 2-car
Watch out for
incident.
debris.
Let's see what happened here.
Here we are then looking at turn 12.
Nico Hulkenberg in the
Tries to
Haas.
get by.
Who's
and
that
the
ahead?
impact on the car, it's quite clear.
Who smashed into the wall? Who's in the wall?
Very good lap.
Who was in the wall? Was that Magnussen? Snowda's in the pits. When is Sergeant pitting lap 26? Verstappen and Hulkenberg, that's who it was. Okay. 56%. 70, 95. So yeah. Vesti's the last medium tire runner out there.
Currently P9.
Sargent's still Piastri and Norris. Whenever Piastri and Norris will pit, I'll pit Sargent. Yeah, unless he can run on his own like that.
Perez behind. Gap behind.
All right.
3.3.
Let's go and skip forward to the next.
Reminder on the battery.
Copy that.
I don't know what to call it. Pretty much, there's so much happening in this race. All right, lap 23. Pit window started. Hamilton retires the car. Verstappen back in P20. Perez about to pass Sargent. He's running okay on those soft tires.
Keep us updated on how those tyres feel.
We'll increase the fuel.
I'm starting to struggle a bit.
Just a few more laps and we can pit you.
We don't need lift off.
Copy.
And we'll leave that. Vesti all the way up in the P2 from that. He still hasn't pit, so hopefully you can get into the points after that pit stop. I'm feeling really confident we can get both of our drivers into the pits. There hasn't been a full safety car yet. There has been a virtual safety car. There has been a few yellow flags here and there. And it's a 75% chance for a safety car, so we'll have to wait and see. Let's go ahead and sim forward. Alright, pit window starts for Vesti. Magnussen also retires. Sargent is going to be coming in. We'll do another lap here. We'll do lap 30. We'll do lap 30 for Sargent. Or 25. As he crosses the line, we'll get the notification. As Howard's looking to pass. Pit options, mediums, or the one stop.
And we will box this lap.
Box.
And then Vesti looking to come in at 28. We'll run him a little bit harder.
Head down now.
Yeah, copy that.
Increase that gap. And 30% on the ERS. Alright, let's go ahead and sim forward to Sargent's pit stop.
Pit lane.
Alright, here we are coming in for the pit stop for Sargent. Let's have no issues, please. Alright, doesn't look like any issues. Good stop time. Everybody getting some mechanical issues this season. Or this race at least.
We are P15.
Alright, and we are running
in front.
aggressive on those
5
medium
seconds.
tires.
Ricardo, the car behind. Gap 1.5 behind.
Turn back to P15.
26 laps to go.
7.9 is the gap on Alonso. It looks like he is closing the gap a little bit.
Need to drop the pace.
Okay, copy.
2 more laps. Let's go ahead and sim forward to Vesti's pit stop.
Okay, maximum focus on cooling down those red
Alright, here we
tires.
go. Vesti coming into the pits. Let's aim for
Okay, to the pit.
him coming out of the top 10 after this pit stop. Sargent running P15, 4.8 seconds behind Sonoda. Let's have no issues, please. Alright, another good stop. A little bit slower than Sargent's time.
Reminder,
Not too
photo
bad.
and pit exit.
P8 ahead of Ocon. So relatively what we were looking for our pit strategy.
P8. And in front of you is Bottas.
And it doesn't look like anybody else other than Hauger may be going in again for pit
Ocon behind
stops.
us.
Some of these low 70s might, but we'll have to wait and see. Alright, let's go ahead and sim forward and see what we can do here for the end of the race.
2 cars out, a lot of debris.
Alright, another incident. Sector 2.
Be careful there.
Let's see what happens. Zhou Guanyu outbrakes himself into Daniel Ricciardo, his teammate. Okay, that's not going to be good internally within the team. Not very good for them. We are running okay. Lap 30 of 51. Vesti P8. Sargent still P15. 4.2 is the gap behind Sonoda. So Alonso is once again in the front of the pack. No safety cars as of yet. We have a set of soft tires for the rest of this race. I believe everybody else does who are on the same strategy. Zhou and Ricardo. Zhou's going to get that penalty. It's not going to matter. They're in the backfield outside of the points. Let's go and sim forward.
Okay, careful with
All
debris
right,
on
there
the straight.
is the
Careful with
full Safety car.
Russell side is okay.
What happened here? Russell and
Safety car.
Joe, Hauger, Hulkenberg,
Charger.
Gasly in.
Stay close to the reference.
Yeah, copy that.
What lap are we on?
Keep working on front tires.
33-51. Let's go ahead and watch the replay. Oh, it's gonna be coming down the hill. Coming in too fast. Could be a possible thumbnail.
And you can
We'll
just
see.
feel the frustration from the team watching on the monitors.
All right. Safety car. Oh, bestie. It's already passed. Safety. It's gonna have to come back around. Let's see where people are at. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Softs? Let's do it. All right. Pit. Softs. You are you close enough? Yes, you're close enough to go in now. And then I believe they'll all come in as well. Vesti. That gives Sargent a chance off those mediums. Vesti on new softs. That's gonna suck. I don't know if we want to hold on to that or not. We'll have to wait and see. And he doesn't come into the pit. Too late.
Please box this lap.
Now I'm just hoping all these guys are going to be coming in. If these guys are coming in, I'm getting Vesti. He has the fastest lap. We got that between
Power in the wall. Yeah, he's fine.
cinematics.
Radio. Track
Or
surface slippery,
transitions.
debris.
Let's go ahead and see if they do come in. Verstappen coming in. Yeah, they're all coming in. Vesti, you're pitting for new softs. Sir, pitting for new softs. You get an extra lap, sir. You should be lucky. Alright. Come in, please.
Box.
Copy, box.
Alright, the grid has been reset.
I'm entering the pit.
Sergeant, now, oh, this is the perfect opportunity for us. Coming in just outside of the points. Can he? I don't think he'll have enough time.
Let's look after these tyres just a little bit.
Conserve 2.3. That's a better time than previously. 5 cars out. This is a crazy race so far. Alright.
We have P8.
Leclerc, Piastri, Bottas,
Ahead of you is Bottas.
Gasly, all looking on hard runs on the mediums.
We now have Ocon behind us.
Ocon on the mediums, Perez on the mediums.
18 laps
Sargent
to go.
coming in. Oh no. He's gonna lose position. Fuck. And it's a bad release.
Currently sat P11.
A bad tire release.
We've got Hulkenberg behind. 18.
Over to you, Karun.
The pit crew move into position.
This is a drill gun.
It looks like it's just too tight though.
Yep, on the left side. Drill gun on the left side. Alright.
going on?
That's fine.
Sorry about that.
That is fine. Serve, harvest.
Gasly in front. Okay, gap 1 second. Sonoda, the car behind. Okay, gap 1 second.
May as well conserve
18 laps
fuel
to
as
go.
well. We got a little bit for the rest of the cars to catch up to the
Slow
pack
down,
to
please.
restart.
This is a little high at the moment.
Copy.
Take it easy.
About 34.51. That's basically going to turn this race into a sprint.
Copy.
Alright, we'll see you guys for the race restart. Alright, safety car
Safety car in fifth
is ending.
Get ready.
Copy.
Okay, the safety car is starting to pull away in front. Racing from the line.
Alright, here we go.
Okay, push. Let's go.
Vesti P8, Sergeant
Yes, stop,
P14
please.
Vesti with the fastest lap on this restart. Lap 36.51.
Okay, mate. No more lift and coast needed.
Copy.
Move on the inside of the Alpine of Gasly.
You can use
Nice
overtake.
move.
Copy.
Up into P13.
Good job.
Sainz and Vesti are going at it. Take a look at that. Move on the inside. Nice.
I got this car.
All right. Russell getting a penalty. He might have to serve that in the next race. We'll see. I don't know if they do that or not. Sainz and Vesti going back and forth.
Back on it.
Be a sprint race to the end here.
No, I'm trying.
Let's keep it up.
Our goal is to try to get Sargent into the points. Tires are overheating a little bit for Vesti.
And in front of you, Albon.
Come on.
Keep your head down.
Come on. Not quite. Ooh, almost made some contact there. Sargent stuck behind Hauger in the Ferrari, making a move on the inside. Nice. There we go.
Okay, head down. No
Up in
problem.
a P12. Go neutral on ERS, save up a little
Okay,
bit.
very good.
We
Yeah,
saw that
1.2
one. We were on board pretty much. 15 laps to go with DRS now enabled. See where these guys are. We're gonna go ahead and drop down to standard on these soft tires.
And try to cool down the tires while you can. It's slightly coming up.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and sim forward a little bit.
The yellow flag here.
Hauger crashed
Debris on
into
the
turn
left-hand side of the
2.
track.
Yellow flag. I don't think it's gonna be another safety car. Just bad braking point. Unfortunate on their part. It's gonna drop him out of the race.
This was good.
We're still trying to
And in
push.
front of you is Norris.
Sergeant Vesti overtakes
Let's take a closer
Albon.
look. Now we're just proceeding through turn 4. The opportunity's there.
That was that
Fifth place
overtaking
after
under a
that.
safety car or a yellow flag? If they implemented that rule into this game, which unfortunately they won't because they canceled next year's F1 Manager game, that would be very interesting to see how the AI does that.
Let's keep going.
Vesti up in the P5 under that situation. We're still trying to push Sargent to get into the points. He's got Perez and Bottas to overtake to get into that. 11 laps to go. It's going to sim forward once again. 10 laps to go now.
Overtake available.
Sargent's getting a mechanical fault from that ERS issue.
And yeah, a terminal failure. Absolutely gutting.
Really hope it's not. Terminal. Alright, that's gonna be unfortunate. Let's go ahead and retire the car.
Management looking good.
Terminal damage. Retire the car. I'm sorry, Sergeant. Your race is over.
Let's box at the end of this lap. Box at the end of this lap.
Will he actually come into the pits?
Okay, mate. All looks okay.
Does he
Bring it
pull
back
off to
in.
the side? Let's see. Nope, he just Retires. Terminal failure. Impending or... Alright. Vesti is going to be our lone star survivor for this episode. Up in a P4. See if we can get him a podium on these soft tires against Piastri, Leclerc, and Alonso. It's a close battle for the top 4.
And you can push on tires. We're good on tires.
With plenty of laps to go. That makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars out for this race. 17 drivers finishing as of right now. Move on the inside of Piastri. A little bit of contact there. A little bit of a dirty move.
Our next car ahead is...
Sometimes I really think that these cars are going to smash into the wall. It's just how the game is. That's podium, provisional podium for Vesti right now. See what he can do about defending that position.
If we can hold on to the position.
But we also want him to push against Leclerc on the inside. Oh, nice overtake there for P2. 1.4 is the gap against Alonso, who's really running good right now.
You're doing great.
Driver standing Alonso. 312 to Lando Norris. And our battle right now is against Valtteri Bottas, pretty much, with Vesti, and Logan Sargent is up against Dennis Hauger, which neither of them finished. Wait, no, Hauger is in P16. I was wrong there, I apologize. So Hauger will be holding on to that lead as we look towards the end of this race, getting Vesti that podium.
Keep your head down.
Let's go ahead and top up for the back straight and push him again here. See if we can get Vesti another win.
Okay, good job.
All right, 3 laps to go. Vesti still battling Alonso for that
Here's
lead.
the replay. Now we're watching the action closely here. They
It's going to
decide to
be
give it a go.
turn 5 on the inside. Nice. But Alonso does have some better tire wear on those soft tires than Vesti does. It'll come down to the last lap, pretty much. And we have that little bit of extra fuel.
Okay, charge on.
We can charge up a little bit, but we'll push on these soft tires. We got plenty of tires to go.
And we have margin to push
Or
a little
plenty
bit
of
more.
tire life, I should say. See how well he can defend it. We're right on board with Alonso. See how he can attack him. Trying to make a move there on the left side, not quite enough with those tires. Oh, there he goes. DRS.
2 more laps.
Very strong move there. We'll let it happen. We'll let it slide. We don't want to overheat our tires too much. Come here towards the end. Alright, let's go ahead and skip forward to the next lap. The final lap is where it's all going to go down. Final lap. Let's go ahead and harvest.
Charge on.
Vesti ahead. Alonso back down to P3 behind Piastri. Let's go and attack. Try to get away from him. Coming out of this castle section coming up. As soon as we get some straight line speed, we'll dump the fuel and we'll deploy the battery. Looking to make a move on the inside, not quite enough here. Vesti for the win, hopefully. Go ahead and dump the fuel here, dump the battery here,
Stop the lift off, please.
and hope he defends. See if Piastri can make it to the finish line. Vessi looking to defend. It's going to be a close one. Nope, he backs off behind him. That's going to be a win for Vessi.
Thank you, mate. Amazing race.
Great finish there at the end. Alonso getting passed by Norris. Title fight continues on for them.
Okay, so usual when you stop the car.
They're not just here to take part, they're here to win.
Grid penalty coming from the back of the grid. Pit lane start for Sargent. Unfortunately, he had to end his race early.
Incredible demonstration of why they belong in Formula One.
That's a nice replay. That's new. All right. All right. Vessi, Piastri, Norris is our podium. Hopefully we get an actual podium cinematic. We didn't get it this time. Great fight from him. Definitely looks good for next season. We'll have to wait and see what we do here.
Dear oh dear, what a disaster of a drive for Logan Sargent.
They'll be very disappointed to have had their race end early. No driver wants that to happen, but now they just have to look forward.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is for the team.
Well, everybody, that's all from us here in Baku.
Meet us next at the Marina Bay Circuit for a breathtaking race through the streets of Singapore.
All right, our final results. 15 positions for Frederick Vesti. 11 for Nico Hulkenberg. Drivers' Championship, Vesti passes Valtteri Bottas. Alexander Albon passes Esteban Ocon in their championship fight. George Russell, Kevin Magnussen, still the only ones who haven't scored yet this season. As Fernando Alonso increases his lead against Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, sitting farther back. Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc in a battle for P4. Looking at the constructors, Red Bull passes McLaren by 1 point. A 1 point fight. Aston Martin still looking to try to make a move. As Valtteri Bottas still sitting back there in P8. Not really much of a help, as we're inching away from Haas and picking away at Ferrari's gap. So we're sitting pretty good here in P5 for the constructor standings. So let's go ahead and go over these actually. Oh, we got 2 spots. We got 3 points for that. Sweet. And that is increasing our gap on Haas. Oh, we're still pretty low on the board. Yep, stuck wheel nut on the left side. And bonuses, except for the contract bonus for Vesti. I really have to go in there and look at it and see what it is, but we'll do that in some other time. 6:39 for the race. Feel really good after that. So we'll see you guys after the results of the next race. After we look at some of this stuff. Manufacturing rear wing. Let's take a look at this real quick. ERS. We got 323,000. We have to get another one. We don't have. We'll have to go into debt this late in the season. I don't like it, but we have to do it. We have enough car parts as of right now. And yeah, so that's gonna be another grid penalty for Logan Sargent in the next race, but we're gonna go ahead and simulate through it anyways. So we'll see you guys here in a second for the results of Singapore. Alright, here we are for the results of Singapore. Frederick Vesti finishing in the top 10 on his own. No assistance to any of the practice or anything like that. P10 for 1 point. Logan Sargent P16 after a grid penalty. 2 laps down. Seems like they're getting lapped on those simulated races still. It's not as bad as the first season. Still holding on to P7 in the Drivers' Championship, P10, and then McLaren increasing the lead, overtaking Red Bull again just by a few points actually. Aston Martin still sitting back there. They are closing in on the two teams. Fernando Alonso still with another win here, or no, P3 from P2. And did we get fastest pit stop again? We got two. P4 for 2.288 and P9 for 2.358. It still leaves us 10 points away from Williams for P9 for that extra bonus. Issue stuck wheel nut again. We'll probably have to change our pit training on that. And contract bonus again, a little bit more this time. See if we get out of debt this time from purchasing those that ERS for a Logan. And we're not that far actually. So go to our car parts and take a look here. What do we have? Will that be good for us for this race? Might as well equip them for the next race. Underfloor, I don't know if that'll be an improvement or not. I don't quite remember. No, it won't. We'll have to make another one for underfloor 2. We made the third underfloor, but it did not help us out at all. So we got some parts to make if we can. We'll probably make some emergency parts if it'll let us, but we'll have to wait and see. We're not looking good for Mexico again till Qatar, but we'll have to wait and see. So I'm not trying to spoil anything else and go to that screen like I did. So we will see you guys in the next episode. Actually, I believe we got Coda, Mexico, Sao Paulo. 1, 2, 3, 3 more episodes for this season. We'll go ahead and do Coda, which is a sprint weekend. Simulate Mexico. We'll simulate Brazil. We'll do Vegas, and then we'll simulate Qatar and do Yas Marina for the finale. Excuse me. So we'll see you guys in the next episode for the sprint weekend in Austin. So we'll see you guys later.